Well, good afternoon. Let me begin by getting this mic down to the height of a normal person. Yeah. I actually want to begin to the brigade by just saying, hey, it's Friday afternoon and this thing is looking like it's going to run 2 hours. I apologize. It is a delight to be with you, and I will keep this very, very brief. I do want to begin, as my fellow awardees have, by simply saying thank you to so many. I'm going to start with my dad, a colonel of Marines. I almost went into the Marine Corps and ended up being diverted by Admiral Bob Natter and Admiral Mike Mullen, company officers here, who inspired me to be a SWO. Never looked back, but I cherish my time as a Marine junior. I also have to thank my class, proud class of '76, the bicentennial class, my class president, Kevin Stone, and my dear friend and classmate, Paul Johnson, who nominated me for this award. What means the most about this award, and I know all of us would say it, is that it comes from your classmates. Nothing is more important than that. And finally, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Laura, my daughters, Christina and Julia, who are here. Laura, you have sailed with me every day of this. I love you. Thank you. For the brigade, I have 4 quick pieces of advice. And they simply stem from sitting down and saying, what did I wish I knew when I was 18, 19, 20, 21 years old and sat where you are? And these 4 things may or may not surprise you. The first, and it's paid off for me again and again and again, stay fit, stay healthy, work out, rest. The closest my career came to ending suddenly was in the Suez Canal when I was a young ship captain in my mid-30s, and I had driven myself to the point of exhaustion. And as we sailed south through the Suez Canal, I found I didn't have in the tank what I needed. I was very lucky that day. My navigator, brilliant young Lieutenant Rob Chadwick, went on to be a commandant here at Annapolis, now an admiral, saved the day. What I learned was be in good shape. Sleep can be a weapon for you. Stay fit. Number 2, never lose your temper. Never lose your temper. And that's easy to say. It's hard to do. We all are gifted with different personalities and flashpoints. But I assure you of this. When you lose your temper as a leader, when you raise your voice, when you demean others, their mind goes white. It's just white noise. And whatever you're trying to accomplish will fail. And I saw that again and again in my career working for some very tough officers who did not control their temper, who shall remain nameless. But I'll close with this. Perhaps the greatest book of leadership ever written is The Godfather by Mario Puzo. And you may recall in it the Don Corleone, is counseling his hot-headed son, Santino. And he says to him, never make the mistake of hating your enemies. It clouds your judgment. Anger will cloud your judgment. As a leader, never lose your temper. Third thing, cherish innovation. Cherish innovation. as was mentioned in the video, after 9/11, the CNO and then Vice Admiral Mike Mullen asked me to head up an innovation think tank. We called it Deep Blue. And it got uncomfortable as we pursued new ideas. There are always established constituencies who will try and claw back, who don't want to seize the new. Be part of that innovation. Be part of change. We count on you, your youth, your energy, what you will bring to the fleet to drive change. Cherish innovation. And fourth and finally, I will say to you, to the midshipmen here, everything will change when you graduate from this place. Life accelerates. Up till now, the gorgeous trajectory of your lives has been, in general, pretty predictable. You studied hard. You played sports. You did service. You applied. You came to this magnificent institution. Everything's kind of worked out, right? You're about to take the con on your own life. And the seas are going to change very suddenly in front of you again and again and again. And in my own career, that happened many, many times. No moment more striking than 9/11. I was on the E-ring, the outer ring of the Pentagon, when the aircraft struck the building. And as I stumbled out of that smoke-filled fire onto that grassy knoll, when the real heroes of the day, the first responders, showed up, what went through my mind was the immensity of the change and the irony that here I was in the safest place in the world, right? I'm in the Pentagon, massive concrete walls guarded by the strongest military on earth in the capital of the richest country on the planet. Was I safe? No. Everything changed, and it will change for you. In every office I've had a picture on the wall of the USS Maine. Remember the Maine, 1898, USS Maine blows up in Havana Harbor. And there's a long backstory to that, but I keep that picture there to remind me that at any moment, your ship can blow up under your feet. Be ready for change. That's my fourth and final thought for you. So I'll close with a quote, because everything I've mentioned to you today, I think, is important and useful. But if you remember nothing else from our brief time together this afternoon, I'll ask you to remember this quote. It's from Napoleon. I love to quote Napoleon for possibly obvious reasons. Remember this. Napoleon said, "A leader is a dealer in hope." A leader is a dealer in hope, not in fear, not in anger, not in frustration. A leader is a dealer in hope. Be that kind of leader. Be that kind of officer. Be that kind of citizen. I'm proud of you. Thank you very much.